the 2016 Girl Scouts Kickoff. All of you here are super women and supermen, superheroes, because you're teaching our Girl Scouts to be superheroes. You are our feet on the ground. You make our mission possible. And without you, we just can't do this really, really important work.
Look at all the people out here. I can't see you up there, but I know you're up there. Oh, there I There's so much energy and excitement in this building. It is so fantastic. You all have such an important job, and you absolutely inspire me. So thank you so much for doing what you do. I have been in your shoes. A lot of you know that I am the assistant troop leader for my daughter Alyssa's cadet troop. So I actually do a lot of the stuff that you all do. I at one time was cookie mom. I did it for 5 years, and then someone else took it over. So I've been there. I know. I have had blood, sweat, and tears given because of my Girl Scout troop, so I know where you are. And I also know why you do this. You do it because of the great reward. You do it because girls are looking up at you as a mentor, as a leader, as a guide, and you can't resist those great faces looking at you that are about to get ready on their leadership journey. So thank you so much for what you do every day. You all want to change the lives of girls. And funny thing is, we do too. In fact, every morning I wake up as CEO of the Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas and I think about how I can make your world better, how I can make it easier for you to serve the girls. And I have spent the last year building what I think is absolutely a top-notch team to help me do just that, to realize that vision of changing the lives of girls and streamlining and making your job easier to do that. So I want to introduce my senior leadership team to you today. Some of them you know, but a lot of them are new, and I want you to know who's leading this organization so you can come find us and talk to us. Tell us what you like, tell us what's not working, because we want to act on that. So I've got a group of folks up here in the front. Debbie Rowling, many of you know, she's our Chief Financial and Administrative Officer. And she runs all the behind the scenes. She's got accounting, finance, IT, properties, and of course, she is the one building all of the construction at the STEM Center of Excellence. She alone is building all of it. So she has a big job, and we're grateful for her. I've got Kim Robinson. She is our new Chief Operating Officer. The most important thing about Kim is before she came to Girl Scouts, she was a troop leader, so she's also lived her life. And she has been with Girl Scouts for about 5 months, and she comes to us with great Fortune 500 experience. So she is committed to making our business operations run smoothly and effectively. Everything mission related, girls and parents and adults, all rolls up to Kim. So you can talk to her about things that you're interested in her world. I've also got Amanda Ramey, who has been with us for a year. Her first day on the job was Kickoff last year, which is kind of a weird thing to have as your first day, right? We don't all walk around in capes every day, but sometimes we do. Amanda's in charge of our culture of philanthropy and bringing more revenue in to invest in our girls. I've got Amanda Duquette, who's over here. She's our new VP of Marketing. Amanda's been with us for 5 months. She's got 3 little boys, but she was a Girl Scout herself, and she is taking our marketing, our branding, and our communications up to a whole nother level. So I hope you enjoy what she's doing to help you tell the story better. Let's see who else I've got. Hold on, who else is on my team here? We've got, I have a big new announcement to make. I'm super excited to announce that someone you all know, she's been with us for 8 years, has got a promotion. She got a promotion yesterday, and that is Kristen Weir. She's our new VP of Membership. She'll be on the senior leadership team, so we'll be hearing her voice directly. And you might forget someone because she's not sitting here, and that is Ashley Crow, who you also know. She's been with us for 3.5 years. She comes to us from being a troop leader. She is still the troop leader to 2 older Girl Scout troops, and she's in charge of all things girls, community programs, which is our outreach programming, programs for girls, and the STEM Center of Excellence. So she is out solving a problem at the moment, but she'll be back. I'm sure you'll see her here later today. I also want to make make a quick introduction to another member of our team who's brand new. She's been with us 90 days, and that is Beth Cunningham. She's up there somewhere, up at the top. She came to us from East Texas. She came to us with a retail background, and she is looking at our recruitment work in a whole different way, helping us to tell the story about Girl Scouts to new parents, new families, and bring new girls into the fold. So I want to say a big thank you to her as well. I also want to take just a minute. I have 96 of the hardest working, smartest people working at Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas, and I would like to take a moment just to recognize all of them. And they make up a fantastic team. I'm also very proud today to have Kit Adelman here. Kit is our board chair. She is leading our governance board of directors, a group of 26 volunteers who are absolutely focused on making us the very best Girl Scout Council in the entire land, and I think they're doing a terrific job. We've gone through a lot of changes at Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas over the last couple of years, and that is all with an end goal to be the very best organization to help girls thrive in the 21st century. And we want to do that because we want to look more like this. We want to have more of this. We want to have more of this. And we want to have more of this. Getting skills to make them more successful in life. But every time they're learning a new skill, I want to see a smiling face. I want to see a girl having fun. And I know, hopefully you know, that Girl Scouts are experiencing our programming in many, many different ways. Our council is committed to making sure that when we serve girls, girls find a welcoming and safe space that's girl-led, hands-on, collaborative learning, and just the best experience they can possibly have. And I'm going to invite you all to be focused on those key elements as well. Wherever girls are experiencing Girl Scouts, whether it's at a council-led event, whether it's a camp, whether it's in a troop meeting, we want them to feel welcome, we want them to feel safe, and we want them to have a great experience. Because what we accomplish with these girls is something that they cannot get anywhere else. In fact, 96% of girls have tried at least one new thing as a Girl Scout. 73% of girls improved willingness to persist through challenges, which I love. 78% of girls improved willingness to face their fears and take on new experiences. And a full 90% of parents say that because of Girl Scouts, their daughter has more confidence. You know, I like to say that we're not selling a membership, we're promoting a lifestyle of leadership. This is for the long term, and our hope is that together we can give girls the opportunity to become the very best girls that they can be. We want girls to be go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, and leaders. So we want girls to go get them like a Girl Scout. We're going to ask them to dream big and then take action. We teach girls to create their own opportunities to learn, imagine, and make things happen, because those who step up now are going to stand out later. We want girls to innovate like a Girl Scout. We're going to bring the challenges, and then we're going to get out of the way. Because when we give the girl the right problems to solve, she's going to bring the innovation and the inspiration to tackle them in her best way. We want girls to take risks like a Girl Scout. We want them to speak up with an idea. We want them to test out a new skill. We empower girls to take risks on a daily basis to build their confidence, and the words "I can't" are not in their vocabulary. Because when taking on fears become fun, girls become unstoppable. And last but not least, and most importantly, really, we want girls to lead like a Girl Scout. Our girls don't say, "Why me?" They say, "Watch me." And they do it as they see challenges as opportunities over and over and over again. Because when girls believe they can solve tough problems, they do. This is just a taste of some of the new branding that you're going to see here at Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas and at GSUSA across the movement. Now, while branding will help us tell the story, we're actually living that story at Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas right now. One of the ways we're doing that is through the STEM Center of Excellence. 1 year ago, I was here telling you that we're going to have a STEM Center of Excellence. And in fact, in September of 2015, we broke ground. In April of 2016, we had our ribbon cutting for the Welcome Center at the STEM Center of Excellence. We have made a lot of progress. And this summer, including this coming week, we are in the midst of of serving 900 girls through our STEM Summer Series, a great program to introduce girls to exciting new science, technology, engineering, and math programs. This is the Reese Jones Welcome Center, and this is the Hoagland Foundation Program Center. The ropes course was just finished, and it was used for the very first time yesterday by some teachers, about 25 teachers, I guess, from Solar Prep at DISD. They loved it. A program building by the ropes course is now completed as well. Next up is the observation tower, cabin renovations, amenities, and everything else follows, as long as the City of Dallas approves our permits for building, so keep your fingers crossed. I will actually tell you just a side story that some of our biggest challenges come to us from years and years and years before I was born. Apparently we didn't pass all the permitting over, the deeds over in the 1950s, and that's causing us some problems, but we are fixing those and they will be fixed forever. So, today we have raised $10.5 million, the most money our council has ever raised. We have launched the biggest construction project in the history of our council, and we have developed innovative programming like nothing else this council has ever seen. Talk about go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, and leaders. We are on it. Great programming at camp. Our girls are going on to the Girl Scout Leadership Institute for high school girls, and they're having opportunities to visit corporations, campuses, do job shadowing, and really see the opportunities that are available to them in the future. I want you to think about it for a minute. Girls are experiencing skill building, leadership development, and career exploration at Girl Scouts like nowhere else. We can change the workforce pipeline in North Texas. That is a bold statement, but I'm awfully proud to be a part of that work. And I think the tide is starting to turn in our community. Dallas Mayor Mike Rawlings and other officials across our council are paying attention to the value of our work. We are being recognized as part of the larger Grow South initiative in Dallas because we are investing significant dollars in the South Dallas community. And I'm very proud to say that in the next 30 to 60 days, we're going to close on a $1.6 million gift from Capital One, the largest investment by a donor in our girls in our history. Getting out. Girl Scouts is more than cookies, camps, and crafts. We are all those things and so much more, and we are proud of it. Even the media is getting in on the action. I hope you saw some of the articles that were in the newspaper earlier this summer, just a couple of weeks ago, in fact. We had a great article around STEM in the Dallas Innovates newsletter, and then most of a page in the Dallas Morning News about the STEM Center of Excellence. So we are getting some attention. But perhaps what I'm proudest of is that for the big win, we finally have parity with Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. Been going on for many, many years. We wanted just the same thing that the boys have. That's not too much to ask, is it? It was too much to ask for about 9 years. And so now, though, every Sunday when you open the paper, you're going to see Boy Scouts getting their Eagle Scout and Girl Scouts getting their Gold Award right next to each other because those awards really exemplify the best things. Starting to attract attention from our community, and I am really hopeful that that means our parents in our community are starting to take another look as well. We've worked very hard over the last few years to deliver relevant programming, and our staff and our volunteers are not only superb, but we've really started to engage community partners in this work as well. We are getting excellent feedback from our parents, and especially I would say this year we've gotten more feedback that people say this is some of the best programming they've ever experienced from Girl Scouting was this year, which I'm very, very proud of. Our girls are getting confidence, they're getting opportunities to take risks, they're getting critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, all in a girl-led, hands-on, and collaborative environment. And this type of successful programming where we're seeing those great responses from all of you is leading us to take a harder look at some of the other programs that we offer. Everything from the volunteer toolkit that I hope all of you are using for your younger girls to summer camp. We're having to look at how we be consistent and offer quality, excellent programs every year, year in and year out. And so you're going to find over the next couple of years, we're going to take some deep dives and really look hard at our 105-year-old programs and make sure that not only are they embracing the traditions of Girl Scouts, but that they are relevant and modern and for the 21st century girl. So keep an eye out for that, because we're going to be working hard on that type of programming. But at the same time, we have to keep you at the very center of our lens. The volunteers continues to be our top priority. Our team has continued to focus on how making the volunteer experience easier, more streamlined, and more efficient so that you can do your work better. And I think that we've started to move the needle, especially where our newest volunteers are concerned. Hopefully you've seen a few changes in the right direction. Our website is easier to navigate, it's easier to find what you need, especially for our newest volunteers who are brand new to the whole Girl Scout experience. I know for a fact that a number of you have attended some of the brand new trainings. Girl Scouts to a T, which is our welcome training, has been very positively received. We also have the Daisy and Brownie Meeting 101, which models a real Girl Scout troop. We have the Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas Learning channel on social media, which is informal learning at its very best. I want to say kudos to Donna Tharp and her team of staff. Feel more welcome. Our staff team has been working very hard on this as well. We have our new and improved Leader Passport, which will answer all the questions our leaders have about Girl Scouting. We have a new improved family guide that's actually out. Hopefully you've seen it. And it has really had our staff spending a lot of time looking at best practices, getting feedback from you to ensure that we're giving parents and leaders the mechanics of Girl Scouting and how we really work. We've got a brand new onboarding kit for our leaders that includes both of those items, as well as a contact list, FAQs, information on our training programs, the volunteer toolkit, and so much more. You know, we've got online staff directory now, so you can figure out who you need to talk to. We've got express training that's been improved, and on and on and on. The volunteer experience is priority one. We want to make it easier for you. You are serving our girls. All of this is important because our commitment to excellence and our commitment to the girls is coming from the very top. GSUSA has a brand new movement strategy. It's a 3-year strategy that they developed. Not alone, it's not the GSUSA strategy, it is a movement-wide strategy. So they included board members, they included staff, they included council leadership to come together over the last 2 years to launch a new movement strategy that we are really excited about. So there are really 5 objectives. The first is to bring on more girls. We want to reach more girls. GSUSA wants to focus on K through 5 first, and then over the next 18 months to 2 years, do the research needed to better understand what our older girls want. Now you know that we couldn't wait, and so we went ahead in Northeast Texas and we launched the Girl Scout Leadership Institute for high school girls 18 months ago. And my guess is some of the older girl programming will end up looking a little bit like the Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas GSLI. To have higher impact, and so that looks like a couple of things. First, we want to make it across the movement easier to deliver our programming. Of course, we've been under the Customer Engagement Initiative for a couple of years ago. More than 50% of the national movement is involved in the Customer Engagement Strategy. That is now what your volunteer toolkit is, our interactive website, our Salesforce, our case management. We're getting more and more people engaged in that. There's a digital platform for girls that is coming to Northeast Texas soon. We're looking at making the journeys easier to deliver. And then secondly, making sure we're getting the outcomes right and are able to communicate what those outcomes are. So you'll see streamlined outcomes. We're going from 15 to 5, but they're the 5 that all of us want to make sure our girls are getting. It's confidence, it's experience in the community, it's understanding practical life skills, it's the things that we want to make sure, taking risks, things that we want to make sure our girls get in Girl Scouting. Our third commitment is increased investments. GSUSA is committed to developing a culture of philanthropy throughout all councils and ensuring that we are getting more investment from diverse revenue sources into the programs for our girls. Fourth, we've got effective operations. You're very fortunate. You are in a council that is leading the country. We are one of the strongest councils across our country. We have strong financial, we are very strong in terms of our capacity. But not every council across the country is that way. And so across the movement, we've got to build capacity for councils, and we have to be aligned together with GSUSA on this strategy. And then finally, we've got to have a stronger brand. One movement, one voice, one strategy. We've all got to be on the same page so parents hear us, so our communities hear us, and so we can improve the lives of girls together. I am very pleased to share that I have been selected to serve on the National Movement Strategy Advisory Committee. So I'm one of 2 CEOs, and in addition to national board members, national volunteers, and our interim CEO, Sylvia Acevedo, who have been asked to come together for the next 3 years and monitor our progress as a movement on this strategy. We're pulling all of that together as we speak, and I'm very honored to get to represent all of you on that committee. It is an important committee, and I'm confident that I was chosen to serve on that committee because of all of you, because we are a council that is leading the way. And we are leading the way in such a way that already none of this was a surprise to our board of directors. Kit and our board were already online with these strategies, and all of these are already on our organization's plan of work. So nothing about this movement strategy negatively impacts anything we're already doing. In fact, it fuels the fire. It gives us more resources and more energy to continue making the improvements that you want to see. I am honored to represent you. And if you have more questions or comments about the national strategy, I hope you will visit Kit and I this afternoon. We are hosting a town hall session. We'll talk a little bit more about the strategy, as well as about the STEM Center of Excellence and some of our local strategies to support this afternoon. Now, you have an opportunity to be a part of this too. So our national convention, our national council session is 1 year from now. We will convene October 4th through 8th, 2017 in Columbus, Ohio. If you have ever been, or if you've never been to a council national session, it is fascinating. It is a sea of thousands of people in Navy celebrating all the best of Girl Scouting. We come together to vote in the new National Board of Directors, vote in the Board Development Committee, review the Girl Scout Constitution, act on Girl Scout proposals, and strategize about where the movement is headed. It is an exciting time, and the best part about it is you come together with thousands of other Girl Scouts and really celebrate all that we are as a movement. So we want to invite you to be a part of that. We get a set number of delegates every 3 years. So on September 1st, the application for being part of our convention and being one of those delegates will come onto our website. It is due December 9th. So think about if you'd like to be a part of that. We would love to have you. The council does pay some of the expenses to go to national convention, so think about whether this is a fit for you. I know we need you to represent this big room and all the rest of our 13,000 adult members and our 27,000 girls in Columbus next year. So, 2016, 2017 is going to be a fabulous year. We're celebrating another anniversary. The 105th birthday of Girl Scouts is on March 12, 2017. Now, we will not be having the same type of celebration that we had in 2012. That was sort of a once-in-a-lifetime kind of deal. And I'm not sure I can live through another one of those. But we will be having some programming and some patches and some other work to celebrate 105 years of Girl Scout traditions. You know, I was thinking over the week as I was preparing, I think Juliet Gordon-Lowe would be particularly proud of our council. We are committed to the out of doors like she wanted us to be. We've been growing and developing to serve girls where they are today, and we remain very committed to our communities. And I think those are things that Juliet hoped, even though 105 years later, it's a whole nother ballgame, it's a whole nother world, we're still focused on that both locally and globally. We also have something very fun to celebrate in 2017. It is the 100th anniversary of Girl Scouts selling cookies. Today, the Girl Scout Cookie Program is the largest financial literacy program in the world. It just happens to be for girls, and it happens to be for Girl Scouts. We are very fortunate. Our girls, for 3 months out of the year, get to own their own business. 18,000 of our girls own their own business, and they're learning goal setting and business ethics and money management and confidence and so much more. It is one of my favorite programs. What I'm most proud of, though, is that last year, the average troop earned $1,075 back to pay for their troop activities and programs. Celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Girl Scout Cookie Program, of course, we're going to have a new cookie, right? I have very bad news. I am not allowed to tell you what it is. I know. Let me tell you, I wanted to be the one to tell you what it was. So I'm just going to tell you that it will be announced on Wednesday of this coming week. It is something iconic. You will love it when you see it, and it tastes spectacular. So look forward to the Girl Scout cookie of 2017. You'll hear about it very soon. Here's some whispering. Maybe you all know. You all can tell each other. I cannot tell you. Okay, so there's one more way that you can make a difference in the lives of girls, and many of you already are. Let's take just a minute to celebrate the fact that our Family Partnership Campaign, which is our membership giving campaign, raised more than $129,000. We had 61 service units participate. We had 36 of them meet their goals, and we had an amazing 15 service units reach 150% of their goal or more, which is awesome. So that's awesome. As volunteers, you know absolutely where this money goes. It goes to trainings, it goes to facilities, it goes to technology, it goes to materials, it goes to staff support, it goes to so much, and you know it doesn't pay for everything, or we'd have a lot of camps that are starting to look like Whispering Cedars. It is a lot that we need, and that is a big, big help to our investments. A great way to consistently support the Girl Scout program is through our Daisy Circle. It is our monthly giving platform, and you can sign up to give at any level that you're comfortable with, but if you give it $25 or more per month, you get this very cool cup and other cool benefits, so think about that. You can sign up at the table outside, or you can just text, look how 21st century we are, 72727, and you will get more information. Okay, so what's next? Well, a couple things. First, we remain focused on serving more girls, and we're not doing that for the sake of serving more girls. We're doing that because girls need Girl Scouts now more than ever. Just look around you. Our country needs courage, confidence, and character now more than it ever has. So we want to put girls in a pipeline to bring that to our whole world. So we've got to create more leaders. So I want to recognize a new campaign that's coming out this year. It's called the Growing Together campaign. And it is to encourage all of us to grow our membership. So for the very first time in 10 years, we are increasing the amount service units receive off of cookie proceeds when they meet their membership goals. I know you're happy. Girls and adults will have other ways to earn tokens of appreciation as well. There is a flyer that you're getting today that will tell you more about the Growing Together campaign. Please take a look at that and help us give girls the opportunity to find their spark. The second thing I want to be doing, and I ask you to help me with, is to help everyone understand the value of Girl Scouts. We understand it, I understand it, our board understands it, our girls understand it, but 82% of our community doesn't really understand the value of Girl Scouts. At least that's what our national research is telling us. They don't understand that we empower girls and to stand up and make a difference. They don't understand that we nurture innovation and we develop leadership skills and prepare girls to overcome challenges and advocate for their girls now, for themselves now and later. What parent doesn't want that for their girls, right? So I hope that message leads to more girls joining Girl Scouts and to our girls who are with us staying on for all of the 12 years they can be involved in Girl Scouting and getting involved in that Girl Scout Leadership Institute as high school girls. So please join me in telling this story. In fact, please join me in shouting it from the rooftops. I need your help. Go home, tell 5, tell 10, tell 20 people about the value that you see in Girl Scouts, the confidence that you see in your daughters, and remind them that there's nowhere else their daughter is going to get that real confidence and those leadership skills than Girl Scouting. Third, we want to continue to hold the volunteer experience as our top priority. The fact is, if you all can't do your work effectively, we can't do ours. We don't get to serve girls unless you all are happy, satisfied, and feel like you're making a difference. So that stays at the very top of our list. And finally, we really want to make you proud. We really do. So keep giving us your feedback. We hear it. We hear the good, the bad, and we hear the ugly. And we are making adjustments all the time. We had an incident this morning where someone came up and said, "Can I tell you about this thing?" And we were like, "Yes, because we're not in it. We don't know. So if you don't tell us, we don't get to fix it." So it's important you give us feedback. And remember, please, how hard our team is working to make every single day better for you. But with your input, we can be the very best council in the country. So I want you to hold on to a couple of dates. October 7th, 2016 is our annual luncheon. It's our Women of Distinction luncheon. It's going to be a great day, as it is every year. This year, we're excited to have Lauren Bush-Lauren joining us. She's going to tell us her story of being a Girl Scout, as well as her story of being a social entrepreneur. We are honoring some fabulous women, Marianne Staubach, Sarah Losinger, and Treya Yip. They are three amazing women leaders in our community. And as always, we have two fabulous young women of distinction, one out of Flower Mound and one out of Richardson. Both amazing young women that I'm proud to know, and they will be very, very exciting for you to meet. In addition, we've got a volunteer retreat, November 4th through 6th. I'll be there. That's a fun day, fun weekend. Yeah! Convention applications due. We got our cookie season. We got our happy birthday for Girl Scouts. We've got annual meeting coming up in April. And then May 20th, 2017, we'll have our Gold Award ceremony. So I want to end with just a very, very sincere thank you. I am the luckiest person in the world. I get to lead 27,000 girls and 13,000 adult members every single day. How lucky am I? I am so fortunate, and I am so fortunate to get to work with people who are so committed as I am to developing girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Thank you for your hard work. I want to thank you for your patience. Thank you for your enthusiasm, which is on display here. And thank you for being on this journey with us. Finally, I want to say a big, big thank you to the people who made this day possible. It is all volunteer run, led by the fabulous Donna Hoy. If you are on the volunteer kickoff committee, please stand.